All right, man. Torture Talk. Like, share, consider subscribing if you like the content. All right, man. So I came across this video of Brandon Tatum, who uh, was talking about Kendrick Lamar's performance, and I think he did it in London, uh, and what he felt about it. So I want to get into what he said, and I'm going to break down what he said. Now, full disclosure, I'm a big fan of Brandon Tatum. Very big fan. I like Brandon Tatum. I think what he's doing to some degree is very good. I like how he calls certain things out. You know, although I don't agree with everything Brandon Tatum says, um, I can say that the brother's doing something pretty good out here for certain people or for people that follow him. So without further ado, let's get into Brandon Tatum's take on Kendrick Lamar's performance.
Women's rights, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights, they judge you, they judge Christ.
You should be ashamed of yourself. This video is brought to you by Noble Gold, with all that's...
So let me stop it right there. Why does he should be ashamed of himself? That's the question I have, and I want to see where he's coming from, and why I believe he is saying what he's saying, and what I believe about it.
Happening in the world right now, it is no wonder that you are worried. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future, but that's why you need the certainty in your finances of gold and silver in your investments. Precious metals will keep you safe from inflation and financial turmoil. Do it today. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you can get a notification anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to my channel. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't going to talk crazy about Kendrick Lamar, but I could not help myself to be upset with the hypocrisy. And the crazy thing is that it seems like the hypocrisy in many cases are coming from these black men.
Okay, so let me stop him right there. This is my issue that I had with Brandon Tatum. My biggest issue with Brandon Tatum is very biased when it comes to black men. As him being a black man, he's very biased. And as this goes on, I know he's going to get super critical of what Kendrick Lamar has done, because I think what he did with black men is he tries to nitpick anything that they do and then try to say that black men are not making any progress anywhere. But clearly Kendrick Lamar is trying to make progress with doing something positive in a certain light. But what he does is he nitpicks everything that black men does. I don't never see Brandon Tatum get on here and nitpick white men unless a white man does something extreme. If he does something extreme, then Brandon Tatum will say something about it. But when it comes down to black men, he nitpicks everything that they do. Everything. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some black men out here that do some goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? There's some black men that do some goofy shit. But for the most part, the good black men that are trying to do something positive, he nitpicks all the time. And I can tell you that's where he's going with this.
The emotional, broken, delusional black men, not the healthy ones like myself and
See
others.
See what I mean? My point exactly, right there. So Kendrick Lamar is emotional, delusional, and broken, you're saying. But you're healthy. You're healthy. But he's emotionally broken for some reason. As an artist, he's broken. Like, come on, bro. Stop.
But the delusional ones. The ones that want to mock Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And in the same time talk about big booty women.
No. See? Here it is. Brandon Tatum, I listen, bro, I love you like fried chicken skin, but you need to shut the fuck up, bro. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And this is the type of stuff that gets me mad, because you're the first person that always say black people do no research. And you clearly don't know anything about Kendrick Lamar. But you actually sitting here saying that they're mocking Jesus and rap about big booty women. Kendrick Lamar doesn't rap about big booty women. Kendrick Lamar raps about the nuclear family. He raps about black people sticking together. The same thing that you talk about all the time on your show. You literally talk about this. You literally say that they're trying to break up the nuclear family. But you have a problem with Kendrick Lamar, the way he goes about it. Brandon, listen, you go about certain things that people disagree with, and people still respect it, but it's just your way of doing it. He goes about it a certain way too. And to speak on what you said about mocking Jesus, okay, listen, bro, I'm not a religious person at all, but I'm gonna tell you right now that this is performance art. I don't see you getting up here saying anything about none of these other people who do this. It could be white people who clearly do performance art on Jesus. Why is it a big issue when Kendrick Lamar does it? When a black man does it? Why? Why is it such a big deal? I don't understand that. I don't understand how you so upset and call it mocking when you got white men who literally do this. They literally do a whole thing about the Bible. They literally get whipped in the play. And you don't say nothing about that. But all of a sudden, since a black man does it, he's delusional. This is what I mean by you be nitpicking, bro. You literally be nitpicking.
And at the same time, pushing another agenda. You just listen to this concert.
What agenda is Kendrick Lamar pushing? This is how I know that you have no idea what the fuck you talking about. You're just literally talking because he's a black man and you disagree with what you see on YouTube. That's it. You probably never even heard a Kendrick Lamar album. You probably never heard none of his music. But you literally get on here and say, oh, well, just listen to this comment because you want to nitpick. You want to nitpick.
Now, everybody's talking about what Kendrick Lamar said at the end, but I want to show you and let you listen to the racist stuff that he said at the beginning, or at least halfway through this song. Then I'm going to show you what he said at the end about women's rights and Jesus Christ. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. You cannot make it up. Roll the film.
A to Z, hey, show me you real, show me that you bleed. Hey, hello, crackers, hey, I see niggas arguing about who's blacker.
Okay, all right, so let me stop. Matter of fact, I want to see what you say about that. Because I'm about to really go in on your goofy ass. Go ahead. I want to see what you got to say about that.
Okay. So you can say the C word and the N word in the same sentence, and somehow that make you justify that making a stupid song and putting on a crown on your head and acting like you're Jesus Christ.
You see what I'm saying? You didn't even listen to the song. You don't even know what the song is about. You literally are just going off of something, a soundbite. You're doing exactly what you complain about with that the mainstream media does. You're doing exactly that. You did not even listen to the song. How are you going to say, oh, this is what it is about? No. First of all, he said, hello, crackers. I seen niggas arguing about who's blacker. So he basically saying they're all hypocrites. That's what he's saying. You need to, bro, you always talk about people need to do research. Before you say anything about Kendrick Lamar, bro, you literally need to go do some research. You really do. You really do. And before you sit here and say that he's mocking Jesus, you need to call out all these other people that do performance art too. Because this is exactly what this is. You're taking this so out of context just to prove a point that he's a black man trying to or I guess a delusional black man. Like, come on, bro. Stop, bro. Kendrick Lamar is not a racist, bro. Like, stop. You saying, oh, listen to these racist things he's saying. Bro, you say a lot of things that's questionable too. Like for real. You say, what's the difference between calling somebody a nigga and calling a man delusional and all types of names that you don't even know? It's the same shit, bro. It's no different.
So if you didn't think that was stupid enough, and if you go to the beginning of this, you'll see this dude trying to talk like he smart and woke and.
This is what I mean. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You listen, bro. You need to go do your research. You always talking about people need to do research, and you absolutely just proved to me that you don't do no research when it comes to certain things. When it comes to certain things, I think you just go off of what you believe something is. You said, you see this dude, he's talking like he's smart, he's talking like he's woke. No, dog. Kendrick Lamar is actually against all that. This is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about, how you don't even pay attention because you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. He has a song where he talks about fuck cancel culture. So what are you talking about? Like, bro, this is crazy. It's crazy how people, and again, I'm just calling you out on this goofy shit you talking about. But it's crazy to me how you always trying to tell people about black people need to do more research, and look at you.
I'll let you listen to it. Roll the film.
I wear this as a representation so you'll never forget one of the greatest prophets that ever walked the earth. They judge you, they judge Christ.
Your head and acting like you Jesus Christ. So if you didn't think that was stupid enough, and if you go to the beginning of this, you'll see this dude trying to talk like he smart and woke, and I'll let you listen to it. Roll the film.
I wear this as a representation so you'll never forget one of the greatest prophets that ever walked the earth. They judge you, they judge Christ.
Okay, so here's my thing with you, Brandon. You saying that he's stupid or he's making himself look like a fool, but you believe that him wearing a crown is a representation of the greatest prophet that ever walked, because you believe in Jesus Christ, right? So if you believe in Jesus Christ, don't you believe that Jesus Christ was the greatest prophet that ever walked the earth? Is he saying something wrong? Is he saying something wrong? Because I'm sure that you okay with a white actor playing Jesus Christ. I'm sure you okay with that. You don't say anything about white performance art. This is nothing but performance art. He's an artist. This is what they do. It's not like you're taking it like you're trying to take it and place it as if he's doing it like it's something that he does in his actual life and he's doing this like it's real. This is a performance piece, bro. Like this is all this is. I don't understand how you try to twist it. It's a performance piece, bro.
Let's get it straight. You ain't Christ, okay? And then he goes and say the N word and the C word, derogatory words against.
Let's get the fuck out of here, dog. Get the fuck out of here. Don't sit here and act as if like you this perfect specimen, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Get the fuck out of here. You say a lot of things. You said a lot of gross things yourself. Even if it's not the N or C word, it's certain things that you can say that actually are very, very emotional and moving. And I also noticed that. And don't get me wrong, I fucks with Tom McDonald heavy. I like Tom McDonald. But I see how you champion Tom McDonald. And Tom McDonald says a lot of shit that's disrespectful. And you okay with it. You're okay with it. So don't sit here and act as if like, oh, because it's a black man. Because that's all it is to me. You are very biased and critical to black men, bro. Period. That's just what you are. You can say whatever you want to say. But I never see you get on here and champion black men for the most part. You might do it where I never seen the episode or never caught it, but I don't see you on here champion black men. I don't see you doing that.
And black people, in my opinion. And then he goes on to do this. And this is where he messed up for me.
Christ, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed.
Well, what do you mean this is where they messed up with you? You've been talking about negative about him from the beginning of the video. What do you mean this is where he messed up with me? What are you talking about?
Godspeed. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge.
It's what happened when you don't have a daddy.
This is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dog. You don't. This is why, this is why people like, I'm very thick-skinned, so I can cipher through shit. But this is exactly why people don't fuck with you. Because you just basically, you do exactly what you be talking about other people do. You do exactly that. This is exactly what you complain about. You don't know what you're talking about, but yet and still, you giving a synopsis about it. This is what happens when you don't have a daddy. How does that even correlate to him being him talking about God, women's rights in Wisconsin? How does that even match up? You didn't even explain that. Explain it.
This is what happened when you don't have a daddy. I'm just saying.
You don't know if he has a father or not, though. This is the thing. And whether you want to say the father was a man or not, he actually did have a father. He has a song on his album where he talks about his father. Like, what are you talking about? He literally has a song on his first album where he talks about his dad, where his dad is in. Bro, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. And this is why I see why people don't fuck with you. Because this is what you do. I could fuck with you because I see that there's other potentials there. But other people who look at you and they say, oh, this nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. And they write you off because you do exactly what you be talking about. So that only lets me know that and when it comes to this shit, you're a hypocrite. Because you sit here and say, oh, well, you black people need to do more research. They need to learn before they talk. And then you turn around and do this. Like, come on, bro.
Or your daddy not strong enough for your life. The estrogen is getting the best of you. This is when men are compelled to be simpish.
How is this man a simp? Or he's simpish? He has a wife with 2 kids. How is he a simp? How? And again, if you know anything about Kendrick Lamar, all the stuff that you're saying, you would not say. You are totally wrong, bro. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. And you look stupid. You know what I'm saying? You look stupid. You look stupid. You look like you're just picking things to say about black men. That's what you look like right now.
Simping. He cries and he do all this fake stuff.
It's performance art. Oh my God, bro. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's performance art. I don't understand how you even correlate the two and say, oh, he's simping. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And this is my thing with you, right? You think by you taking a risk by going against black people and trying to call out black people on the hypocrisy or the things that they do, you think that that's actually challenging. But there's other people who do other challenging things too, Brandon. There's people that do that type of shit. And he's one of them. He's just a different version of what you're doing. I don't understand how you trying to sit here and act. He has a song called Black of the Berry where he calls out the same shit that you be talking about. He calls out the same shit about black people. So you need to learn your fucking history or you need to do some research like you always say. Unbelievable.
Down on his head, then he walk off the stage like a little crying. He over here crying.
So the man believes something and you criticize him for believing in it and he's crying, he's emotional about it. He believes in black people. Everybody up there is black. So he believes in black people and black power and black people being together and he believes in the nuclear family. The same shit you always preach about. He believes in it. But yet and still, you get on here and say he's a punk, look at him, he's a simp. Instead of saying, damn, I don't agree with what the black brother did, but I think this is something pretty good for black people to see. Instead of you doing that. But you get on here and you try to clown him and you always talking about this is what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a conservative. But I'm not one of those type of people like you. You're a savage. You basically just call things out the way you see it, but you don't look at it from both sides. This is what a conservative is supposed to do. They're supposed to look at it and say, hey, listen, yeah, I don't agree with that, but this. But what you're doing is you're calling him names instead of addressing why you don't like the problem. And that's exactly what you talk about the Democrats always doing. Look what you're doing right now. You look like a fucking fool.
Probably put that fake blood in his eye.
Bro, it's performance art. What the fuck are you talking about? It's literally performance art. Like, yo, I swear I swear right now, I'm starting to see, I fucks with you, bro, but I'm starting to see that you putting on the wig and you're starting to put on the makeup because you're starting to look like a fucking clown to me. Like, for real. You sitting here saying that if the man does a performance art piece, how are you trying to say he's mocking Jesus Christ when you got all these white people who do performance arts of Jesus? They do a whole set of Jesus, a whole set. And I don't see you doing anything or saying anything about it. But yet still, you get on here and talk about this guy he's a punk. Look at him. This is what happened when you don't have a daddy. Obviously, you haven't listened to none of Kendrick Lamar's albums. None of them. It's like unbelievable.
Probably why he crying.
The dude is emotional. What the fuck you mean? Why is he crying? Why is he crying? He performed in front of people and he's emotional about the music he comes out with. Why? What do you mean? Why is he crying? How does that even make sense to me? I don't understand how you even saying that. When an artist is so much into their shit, you have a problem with that? I don't understand this. Like, what kind of goofy shit are you on?
He really saying where my daddy at. That's why he really started.
No, he didn't say that, nigga. He didn't say that. You sound dumb as shit. You sound dumb. And I fucks with you, but you sound dumb. You have no idea what you're talking about. You literally always telling black people they need to do more research, but yet and still, you do a whole segment on a guy you have no idea what you're talking about. Everything you said was completely wrong. Everything you said was wrong. But you always preaching about how black people need to do more research. Like, get the fuck out of here, dog. I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. I didn't want to see the rest of this shit. This is just pissing me off, man. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man. You need to do your own fucking research, dog. And you talking about something. And the reason why maybe he believes in women's rights. You know what I'm saying? Me and him could agree to disagree, because I believe women has rights already. But I'm not gonna make a whole video saying, "Oh, look at this guy. He's making a fool of himself. Look, this is what happens when you don't have a daddy." It's like, get the fuck out of here, dog. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. You a certified clown for that. You know what I'm saying? Not as in a whole, but for this topic, you a fucking clown.